Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in the
Shade in the
City.
City. Or
I am
should we say
Treese.
welcome back?
Oh yeah, welcome back. I am Treese, of course. Where is my mic?
It's Nels.
And yes, we are getting into our review of Love and Marriage DC. Please make sure that you have hit that like button as you are coming in.
And you subscribe.
Yes, that's important as well. And yeah, y'all, I am here. I just want to say thank you for picking up the pace, Carlos King. It's getting better every episode. And I am here for Ashley. I'm sorry. She's my new favorite character. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get shady.
So we pick up where we left off, with the conversation about Kevin. And, Chris is talking about how he felt so bad and, how he was at the table crying about how he loves her so much. And Winter's like, well, if you a 60-year-old man and you got a little 40-year-old tenderoni, ain't you going to be crying too? I said,
right.
Well, I didn't even know he was 60. She was 40, but I guess she got a point. And Ashley says, so when you were dating, you never saw his place? Like he never invited you? And, she says,
that's not a little odd.
That don't sound strange. And basically she says, she would have had to see his face first before she in a confessional, she said she gave her a little grace for her first marriage, because she was in love and he did her dirty.
Right.
But this marriage, she got damn fool. I said, well, basically Winter says, his parents even went along with the whole story. She ain't know no better. The parents corroborated, the story. He was 60, living in his parents' house, and the car, I guess the car he was driving was his daddy's car.
She had never even seen him because of COVID. She married him and had never seen him. That was it for me, Shade Squad. I said, okay. What?
Yeah, so yes. So basically Chris says, he regrets even bringing up the conversation because this shit is getting heated.
And Ashley's going in. She's going in.
And damn it, look, Ashley says that, boo, you've seen plenty of these
red flags,
and you ignored them all. You was dodging. She said you was dodging them, bitch.
That
goddamn fool.
Love Ashley.
And basically, yes. So, Winter basically says that she has never went to his place and he never came to her place because of COVID.
Ashley's like, so, but you married him? She said it was COVID. He wasn't going to come to my house and I wasn't going to come to his.
It was.
Then she talks about how, so Ashley questions her on that. And when she says, yeah, well, I know a lot of Christian relationships. And I love when Ashley's like, wait, I've been with a little ass apartment when I met him. And she said, are we Christians?
I'm Christian. You Christian.
I was done. I was done. I said, okay, Ashley.
And then Quick even joined in and he was like, it got basically it reminds him of how people that do nails ain't never got their nails done. People that do hair ain't never got their hair done. He said a relationship specialist ain't even got no relationship. I said,
there's a reason why these shady motherfuckers are together.
And Ashley says, I want to know how you got one divorce and one scammer. Like, how are you a relationship specialist? And, apparently Winter doesn't realize that in order to be a relationship specialist, you should have a successful relationship.
And she says that she has helped couples despite her current relationship status.
To give them advice. Ashley's like, yeah, you can tell a motherfucker whatever the fuck you want to.
I love how Winter is like, well, why would I be at fault? Why, as the victim, would I be at fault because he lied to me? And basically, it's like Ashley said, because you was a fool and you.
Well, she says you're not at fault, but she says, we're not saying that you're not a successful person. You as a person. You're successful, but you're not a successful wife.
No.
This dinner was a lot.
Right.
It was a whole
and
lot.
Winter's like, that's not true. And Monique tries to even step in and like kind of stick up for her. And it's like, how many times in relationships do we not know our partner? And that's when they get into the whole Christian relationship thing, which Ashley was just like, you're not going to do. So finally, Monique tries to jump in and change the subject and wants to play a game, which is still somehow goes downhill.
About like their fantasy, what their fantasy.
Well, I guess it was like a bowl of questions or something. Mm-hmm. And Winter was supposed to host as the relationship specialist. So then she picks out the question. It's like, what is your fantasy? And Quick takes the mic.
Monique ain't like that shit.
Right. And he basically says, no, let's talk about your fantasy celebrity crushes. And I was dying because that would be me, because clearly he has a bone to pick with Ashley, because I guess
who her celebrity crush is. That would be you, because your dude's celebrity crush.
Right. That's why I said, okay, Quick, I'm here for it. But apparently Ashley's celebrity crush is Uncle Jesse from Full House, John Stamos. And it's not a bad one. I ain't mad at it. And apparently his is Rihanna. And I said, well, you should probably feel some type of way, because he probably can get to Rihanna. Huh?
Well, according to Ashley, living in today's age, through DMs, you can get to your celebrity too. She was like, this ain't the 90s, the 80s, the 90s, which is true. Remember back then you had your little fan club and shit like that. And I guess Winter thought what she meant was, through your husband, you can get to your celebrity crush. And Ashley's like, no.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's not what it is. Okay? Through DMs, because that's the day and age that we live in. It's like, fuck out of here. Like I'm a bad bitch. Do you know who I am?
Right.
I was like, come for Ashley.
Don't you do it. We clearly see she's here for the shade. Y'all better stop.
I love it. I ain't no bum ass bitch. I mean, hello. I was like, all right.
So we see Jamie and Arena going for a run. Apparently, Arena's out here just a whole marathoner.
Right? She's been doing this for 10 plus years.
Right, girl. Arena, let me tell you something. My mile is 11 minutes and 30 seconds, so I don't think I'm going to be there yet. But I'm working on it. So she runs 5Ks, 10Ks, and apparently she runs about 5 miles at least 5 days a week. I said, okay, Jamie feels like we see him running with her, obviously. We learn he has a bad knee, but if that wasn't going on, he feels like he smoked everybody. I was like, that is a typical DC man. I love it. Like, yeah, nah, all you Bammers, I smoke all you. That's what he gave me.
She don't feel that way.
Right. Then they talk about dinner at the Samuels. Jamie says he enjoyed himself because he likes that type of food. Arena says she wasn't really expecting to walk into that. However, he does feel like the dinner was a setup to basically question him about their marriage. And he's upset that she basically talking about their business in front of company. And she was like, what they asked.
And apparently she gets on him for doing the same shit. So that's really why he's feeling some type of way.
Right. So apparently he has a plan in place that he's getting ready to take the kids to the boxing gym which is little Jamie and Jason. She's anxious for him to have a talk with little Jamie and make it a meaningful conversation. That basically is going to somehow help his life or just kind of help the path that he's going down right now. Mm-hmm. He says in the confessional, he feels they're fine. And basically that she has this idea of what she wants their relationship to look like. And then little Jamie actually ends up pulling up on them while they're outside running, and they tell him to go get ready.
They spoke his ass up.
They really did.
The Samuels,
yes,
are super excited to go to the motherland. Okay,
going to Kenya.
Let me say something. Before the show came out, I follow Monique, and I literally felt like I was there. I was loving the pictures. I was loving the videos. Adopt me. I need to go.
Look, Monique, take us back.
Right.
Give us free.
Right. And she's excited to go because she feels like that'll be the next level, you know, for their family to connect, to feel connected with the motherland, feel connected as a family, and feel connected in her marriage. Now, they talk about the night before, and Monique says that, you know, it was so much fun, but who the hell you was telling to hush?
Right.
And, you know, Chris is like, basically, oh, well, I didn't say, you know, shut up. She's like, okay. There go that, what Alabama told? What was it?
Basically, she was like, you speak Alabama
and I'm speaking Jersey. Like, I didn't say that you said to shut up. And he feels that hush is a nicer way.
It's a nice, and in a way, in a from somebody from the South, it is a nice way to say shut up.
It is, but she don't be hushing nobody.
And that's what Monique says.
And she's like, you don't ever silence your wife. Now, not just your wife. Okay. You really just don't hush nobody because them there's fighting words.
Right.
Okay. Imagine a grown motherfucker hush.
Poor Chris feels like he's walking on eggshells. So Winter calls Miss Monique on FaceTime and wishes her the best on her trip, but emphasizes to her that she needs to enjoy her husband, which Chris is ear hustling in the background. And he's like, oh yeah, so you heard that? She said, enjoy your husband. And she's like, I plan to enjoy you if you act right. And, you know, she said she feels like they're always friends and she wants to get back to the romance in their relationship. And basically, he feels like they'll figure it out. And she says she's really looking forward to the trip because she's hoping they'll have some type of monumental moment that would define where they are as a married couple. I said, okay, you're putting a lot on the trip, but maybe at the motherland will do that.
It's the motherland, girl.
It is the motherland.
So Winter's mother, Sandra, she stops by to see her.
You got her name. Good job. I didn't.
No, I'm proud of myself. And, you know, she says she feels her mother is the reason why she's so strong. Apparently, she's the first person that Kevin reached out to get permission to even pursue Winter. She tells her about last night and going over, you know, what happened at the Samuels house and how Chris met up with Kevin. She explains that Chris said that Kevin was madly in love with her. And mother and daughter both agreed, like, it's not really love. It was obsession. It was giving obsessed. His mother says, well, I'm sorry, her mother. Freaking iPhone. Her mother says, you know, she's beating herself up because she was the one that said, you know, to give him a chance to Winter. So Winter's like, you know, basically, no, there's no way anybody could have known. He's just a fuck nigga. Charged to the gang. And, you know, ever since she found out that he's a scammer, mama ain't got nothing to do with him. Okay, she was done data. Winter lets her know that they got served, or I'm sorry, she technically got served with his papers at their old place by a sheriff because his partners accused him of financial misconduct. And she's super pissed because her kids was there.
Right.
And she's like, you know, what if my kids would have answered the door? And, you know, she gets super emotional saying that, she tries to keep her kids
out of situations.
Out of situations like that. So she really just wants this divorce to be finalized. And Mama is worried he may not even sign the papers. And she's like, look, she is ready to get this done quick in a hurry so she can move on. She wants to get this done
expeditiously.
So
we join Ashley, or really Raina joins Ashley. And they're going on her journey for her Botox underneath her arms and her underarm vagina area so it'll stop sweating. So basically, she lets us know she has fillers. She's had her boobs done. However, that X is real. Okay. She says this is homegrown.
Homegrown.
I said, okay, eat your biscuits and potatoes. I ain't mad. She feels that if you want to change something that you don't like about yourself, then just go do that. Just make sure you get a certified board surgeon and just don't be doing no back alley stuff. And I said, okay, good. Give good advice to the girls if they're going to do it. So then basically the doctor tells, her to remove her clothes. And I thought this was just a super cute moment because we basically see that Ashley got body. Okay. She whatever she paid for, it was worth the money. Okay. She looked good. So then Raina asked her about what she thought about dinner. And Ashley said that the food was good and she didn't mind it, at all. But then Raina goes a little bit deeper and is like, well, what did you feel about winter? And she said, I just can't sit here and listen to any more about Winter and her failed marriages. I said, Ashley, why are you so shady like this? I love it. So, because that's something that I would be thinking. I might not say it. Chanel would just say it. I wouldn't say it. I would think it though. And basically talks about how it was getting on her nerves. Raina asked her, well, how do you think she felt having to share that at the table? Ashley feels like, well, if you keep sharing your stories and standing on this soapbox, people are going to have opinions about the story that you keep telling them. I said, well, she really just don't like Winter. She tells Raina, so you wouldn't go to this man's house because of COVID, but you married him in COVID. And
Raina basically tells her, like, she thinks that, Winter felt attacked. She was like, attacked? I felt
attacked.
She don't want to talk about something. I got to go through my husband to meet celebrities.
And I think Ashley just wants her to keep it real and just admit that she got played and stop doing like this, oh my God, woe is me situation. You got played because you didn't
do your research.
Right. Then we see Raina in the confessional, and she basically talks about how, unfortunately, in every girl group, you always have women that, always talk about each other. And she feels like she's always caught in the middle. And she's older and basically says like, she just really don't have time for it. So
at the boxing gym, Jamie and his boys, Jason and little Jamie, they're working out, having their bonding time. And little Jamie says he thinks their dad is, feeling really good about them, hanging out. Mm-hmm. And Quick and little Quick come through. I don't know why this Jamie.
I thought that was cute.
Right. And Quick and little Quick. And he lets him know that, he's opening up a DC location of his school called Quick and Easy DJ that he started with his partner, Be Easy. Quick let him know that he's opening up his DC location of his school called Quick and Easy DJ. And it's a business that he started with his partner, Be Easy. Really like the name of that, Quick and Easy, because it's, DJ Quick and Be Easy. Jamie brings over his son, Jason, to speak with Quick because apparently, he likes music and I guess he wants to be a DJ. And he says his name would be DJ JT. But in the confessional, Quick, basically, I guess maybe he was getting the vibe that it's not something really Jason wants to do, that this is something maybe that his dad may be pushing him to do. And he's hoping that's not the case. But
he basically lets us know if he doesn't have the drive to do it, he's not going to do it.
Exactly. Also, now I feel like Jamie was putting Quick to a lot of work.
I did feel like that. I was like, is this a guest appearance or is this just a hangout session?
Are we supposed to be chilling? Because then, Jamie has Quick talk to little Jamie. to, give him some insight. And Quick says in a confessional that he really hopes to get through to Jamie because he is the type of person who uses his platform to help others. Because, the way he grew up, kind of messed up. And
Right.
he got shot at 19. He was paralyzed for 9 months. Basically, this is not things that he wants little Jamie to go through.
And we also learned that his parents were both passed away, and he's been on his own since he was 18.
But it may help Jamie out because apparently Lil Jamie, he says he's starstruck by Quick. And, he knows the people that he's usually around. So he sees him as a star as well. Now, Quick tells Lil Jamie, like he pulls Lil Jamie to the side and, gives him the rundown, lets him know, look, I'm really from Baltimore. Like
I'm from these streets.
I'm from these.
I'm about that life.
Okay. Yeah. You not. All right. You not. We're not the same. Okay. Right. And I don't want you to grow up the same way I did. I'm from the east side of Baltimore. I went to jail. I was stabbed. I was shot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that for you. And your dad's worst fear is seeing you in a box. And there's only 2 boxes, the one in jail and the one in the ground. So Lil Jamie says, it's
I was here for all this community outreach. Quick, it was lovely.
He said this is what he does. He said he does this. And Lil Jamie says it's hitting him close to home. And says he was fake thugging, and that's not really what he want to do no more. So Quick also lets him know that you need to cherish your parents while you have them. That he lost both of his parents. So it seems like Lil Jamie is taking it all in, and hopefully he takes heed to it. Winter invited Ashley, Arena, and Tasha to brunch at Ocean Prime, and she says she would like to see if they can move forward and possibly build a friendship. Winter basically says she doesn't really know what to expect, especially after the dinner. She feels like when she first met Ashley, it wasn't so bad. But at the dinner, she felt like Ashley was coming at her. So, she didn't really know what to expect. And then Ashley walks in. Okay. And Ashley does not really quite understand why she was summoned here for this meeting.
But she does love
seafood. So she's here for it. Now, Winter, she lets the girls know that she got them drinks and they toast to Monique. And her, going to the motherland. And she also says, hopefully new friendships. Actually shaded the fuck out of her. Okay. She made like so I was like, oh, Ashley. And Ashley says,
I just came from my shrimp cocktail.
The friend word is big to her. Like maybe we're new acquaintances. I was like, oh, all right, Ashley.
She's like, I'm setting boundaries.
And then, of course, they want to dive deep into what Ashley is saying. Ashley is in a confessional. She's like, Jesus, like I just got my drink. I'm not an easy girl. You got to rev up this engine before you got to rev up this engine,
right?
Dive deep. I was like, oh, this chick. So Ashley says, she just likes people that are like her or her, and new friends, not so much. I was like, so basically,
that don't sound like somebody huh?
Oh, who you talking about?
Oh, the don't like new friends and new people.
D, why she on here talking about you?
You stupid.
D getting that ass. Okay, why she doing this? Basically, she says, she can go out with people, but that doesn't make them friends.
Okay.
That's so true. And Winston says, new friends in hopes that one day, they will be friends. Ashley's a professional that she does not take friendships lightly. And she's had a lot of people that she thought were friends and come to find out they weren't. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to be a friend. Of course, the dinner came up and Tasha said that she thought like it was heated. and says to Winter, when we were speaking about Kevin, Ashley had her own opinion about that. Says her and her husband were just confused as to how she's a relationship coach, which we all are. She's not the only one. Winter says she actually didn't take what Quick said to heart. You know, she thought it was funny. Ashley says it's not about the fact that, you know, she was divorced and that you're going through a divorce now. And she feels, you know, terrible about the things that she went through in her first marriage. And she says the thing that caught her off guard was when Ashley said it was a failure that she was married twice. Ashley said she didn't say that she was a failure, which she did not. She did. And if it came off that way, then she apologized. She was talking about her new relationship with Kevin. And basically you telling us that for a year, you didn't go to his house because it was COVID. You didn't know where he lived. You didn't know he lived with his mom because it was COVID, but you married him. And there's that. Now, Winter basically says like she feels judged, and Ashley's like, no, this is not judgment. It's my opinion. And basically, when are you going to take accountability for the choices that you made?
That's shady ass Ashley.
Basically, Ashley says she doesn't apologize for having questions and that she's probably going to have more. And Winter says, you know, she actually appreciates that. She would like for her to come to her and ask her directly rather than going behind her back. And doesn't have a problem with her asking questions. Basically, Winter says her issue is whether you're getting to know someone or not, she feels like it's common courtesy, you know, that when they're going through it in real time, that you not be so harsh coming out the gate. And Ashley didn't, she was being harsh. And Tasha says that she was kind of grilling her. But you know what? Ashley says, you know what? She can come off that way sometimes. She can, you know, come off aggressive. She even gives herself a little hashtag, aggressive Ashley. Mm-hmm. But she did apologize if that's how she came off. But she was like that she's not going to apologize for asking questions. And Winter once again says, okay, well, I don't expect you to apologize for that because I expect you to have a mind of your own. And they still kind of just go back and forth. It just kind of went round in a circle. I was like, these ladies...
They're just not, like, some people aren't meant to be friends, and that's okay.
Ashley's like, look, I'll apologize, but I still want you to know, even after this, we're just not going to be friends. I don't give a damn.
She's not interested.
Not interested. No news.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another review of Love and Marriage DC. Please make sure, if you have not already, that you hit that like button,
comments,
you subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And we will catch you. 2 days? Because our late ass review, but we'll catch you in a couple days for the next review of Love and Marriage DC. You guys have a good night. Love you.
Mwah.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe.